to My Life on Paper. I am Brianna, and it is July, which means Off the Board with Pineapple Papers, where we take a pin and we use it for inspiration. The other thing I am playing along with today is May I Scraplift You? And I am scraplifting Tara, and she is the paper snob on YouTube. I will have her links below. She is kryptonite_72 on Instagram. And so I will have her layout up. And then the pin I chose is the one that shows a bunch of embellishments. And I thought I'm gonna use the embellishments along with Tara's layout. I'm super excited. Okay, I am also stash diving. So I have these pieces of paper. It was from a paper pad. This is the pieces that I have left. But I have a super old vintage, I like to call it. This is close to my heart. It's called Aspen. Over 15 years old. But some of these are going to make great clusters and embellishments. And I'm super excited. Okay, so the picture. I should start off with the picture and not finish with the picture. The picture is of this winter, my husband's car, the engine blew. He works about 2.5 hours from home. He does some remote working from home, and he does go into the office. So this is our final picture after the engine blew and he said goodbye. Super good car, but it has seen its last days. So I just thought I would document this. And you know, getting this out of my stash is always a cool way, a fun way of documenting things. So let's get scrapping. So I went ahead and cut all my strips, and mine are thicker than what Tara's are. I think that the biggest one is 3 inches, and I think the rest are 2.5. But I do like the way that this all goes together. So I am using Tim Holtz stitched stamps, and I only use one. There's probably like 5 or 6 in the stamp set. And what I do is I went on the back of one of those the white paper that I'm going to use as my base, and I could stamp over and not worry about, you know, getting it on my table and stuff. And you'll see I use one of the strips, the back of one of the strips to mask off. It's got that big knot there, which is I like it, but I didn't want like 5 knots on my paper. So what I did was just masked off the knot and then matched up the zigzags as I could. Now you can tell not one of them is perfect, but I got to tell you, if I had my sewing machine, I've never sewn on paper. Someday I might learn. But if I sewed either hand stitching or with a sewing machine, I'm not going to get like straight perfect stitches. So I'm okay with getting them not perfect when I'm stamping. And then so I get the first one stamped, and then I kind of fast forwarded, and you can see all 4 of the strips are stamped. And then I lay them out on the paper, making sure not to get the dark one by the dark one. And there we are. And then I go about gluing them down as I usually do, where I'm not being perfect. I'm just eyeballing and seeing how it looks together. And the stitching really looks imperfect now, but once you get down picture and embellishments, it doesn't look quite so wonky, which is fine. And then I do like to stick down the strips on either side of the paper first, so that can give me a little bit of, it tells me how far apart my strip should be. I do have this paper clip with a little snowman on it, but I don't bring the pink into the layout at all, so that one does not end up going on there. So first, now I'm trying to make my embellishments. And I took one of the stickers and I fishtail bannered it so that I could lay on top of my sticker. And I could have very well just left it like that and used the snowflake, the dark snowflake, but instead I decided to layer it. So I took this tag, but I took the tag part off, and then I layer it on top of the dark snowflakes. And then on top of that, I'm going to put this fishtail banner. And that's where I get the feeling of the embellishments that from the Pinterest pin that I'm trying to establish. And you know what? I didn't write anything on that fishtail banner, but I'll probably go back and write the date on there. And I made two of them with overlapping with the snowflakes, but I decided to keep the mittens, but to back it with some paper to make it a little bigger so that my circles are different sizes. So I glued down the photo. Mine is a little bit bigger than Tara's, and I really like how it says snow days. This picture was taken in January, and it was like -0 degrees something something, and so this is perfect. Right now, my kids are not the age where they will go outside and play in the snow. They're in their early 20s, so snow days works for the poor card no longer working. And then I took a bigger snowflake and put it over well, I don't even know what it was. It was a sled because I didn't need the sled, but the snowflakes worked. And I was just so excited to make these stickers work for me. You know, you got the outline of um, the dark blue, the navy color, but I didn't need a sled, so on the snowflake it went. That piece says real. That is just a 3x4 card from my stash, and that's going to be the little journaling spot. I thought it was funny that on the back it says fantastic, because whenever your car breaks down, it is certainly not fantastic, but that's why it's got two sides. Real it is. So then I do get those embellishments down, and then Tara had enamel dots, but I do find some bling to put down around. But in the meantime, I want to use some more of these stickers, so I fishtail banner that one, and I wasn't exactly sure where that one should go. It didn't seem to fit. Oh no, that is the one that goes up there. Sorry. It makes a little banner right next to the mittens. And I use the button then just to kind of connect the two. But I like getting ideas. You know, I could have stayed without the fishtail, but I don't know. It just makes it look more finished and fun when it has a little fishtail banner on. So I'm glad I did that. And then I put these gems around. I think those are creative memory gems, if I do remember correctly, that I had gotten somewhere along the way. And I'm using more stickers and sticking those down. I'll spread the gems around, making sure to have one in each of the clusters, and then I take the other matching sticker, the pine branch with the pine cones, and at first I'm going to stick it, horizontal like the other one is, and then after trying it places and not really liking it, I move it down to the journaling tag, and I kind of make it a banner. It goes up and down. It just takes me a minute to figure that out, though. Make sure you're looking down below for everyone that's playing along with May I Scraplift You, as well as Off the Board with Pineapple Papers. I'll have the list of both of those. One is a playlist and one is a list of people playing along. And I'm almost done. Just a couple more pieces there, and we should be almost done. I hope you have a fabulous day. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, for commenting. This is where I'm showing you that I'll just cut these down. So I have smaller pieces. I used a lot of stickers up. I have smaller pieces now. Takes up less space in my stash.